All right, good morning, guys. We are up here in the Graeagle, Downieville area in California at the top of Mills Peak. I'm gonna ride the Mills Peak Trail today. Super beautiful, alpine, and there's a fire lookout, which is really, really cool. Really, really stunning views into the valley. Boom. A little bright right now. So here we are at the lookout. Due to COVID, fortunately it's closed, but we're just gonna go check out the staircase. Isn't that pretty? So nice. So we're gonna go down around that way and then link just down that way towards Graeagle. So it should be a fun ride. All right, guys, so here we are, top of the Mills Peak Trail. Just want to give a quick shout out to the Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship. They have really done a lot for these trails. Yeah, it's really important to have an organization really taking care of the trails, because I mean, obviously trail maintenance is important, but it also gives us mountain bikers a voice, whether it just be Forest Service land or wherever it is, BLM land, wherever the trails are. Sometimes public interest groups come in and they say we don't want mountain bikes there, or maybe it's equestrian group saying they don't want mountain bikes here. Having an advocacy group working for us is really important. So yeah, thanks to the Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship. Here we go. So I heard this trail is full of crazy sharp shale. Try not to cut any corners unnecessarily. So we were camping just up here to the left. Saw our first bear at a campsite last night. But, just act responsibly. Give them their space, respect the fact that we're in their zone, and just leave them alone. It was a really cool experience, because you don't always get that. We do a lot of dispersed camping, which means we're not in a campsite. We basically just go out into the wilderness areas of the Forest Service and find camp spots. So with that, you're much more likely to see a bear, because you're really, truly in the wilderness. All right, I'm gonna drop you guys in once we hit the downhill. See you in a little bit. All right, guys, here we go. Dropping into Mills Creek Trail up in Northern California, near the Downieville, Graeagle area. And I'm really excited about this trail, because I love being in the trees. I like that super chunk downhill flow. Phew! This is nice, fun, tight trees, some pretty good dirt, rocky, rooty, nice sweeping turns. The main trail, the blue section, is about 7 miles long. Oh, here we go, got some views coming out here. Oh yeah. To me. So one thing that I just want to point out, technique wise, when you're riding this super chunky stuff, it's so easy to be leaning forward over your handlebars, and when it's super chunky, that's going to get you stuck. So when you know it's chunky terrain, lean back, get in the back seat a little bit. It'll help your fork just kind of soak everything up. Because I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. When your front tire just gets swallowed by a little rock, it sucks. It just takes all your momentum away. And it can really, really destroy your flow. So, just food for thought. Man, this trail is sick. Nice and flowy. I saw one critique of the trail that it wasn't that fun because it was just super rocky and chunky. So I don't know if I just haven't gotten up to that spot yet, but this is super flowy. Super stoked so far. That one's for you, Tina. My friend's mom's always calling me out for using the word stoked. Oh, you're so stoked all the time. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, if you're riding this stuff, if you're climbing in awesome areas, why the hell wouldn't you be stoked all the time? And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm stoked every waking minute, because I'm human too. I've had my fair share of, you know, depression and all that kind of stuff, so no one gets out alive. But this stuff really keeps you alive. So if you really like riding your bike and you're feeling down, do yourself a favor. Go ride your bike. Seriously. So I had another little technique thing over there that I wanted to tell you guys about. Whoa, I almost hacked that rock because it was blind. Anyway, yeah, if you're coming up on something that's a really big rock, kind of like those, even if you don't bunny hop, just get your front wheel over, because if you get your front wheel over, then your back wheel will follow. But you also have to think about kind of like lurching ahead. So once your front tire is over, just kind of push your weight forward and your feet will come with you. See, sometimes you could bunny hop those, but then you don't hit the bump at all. So it really just depends. Right, high line here. So these berms are kind of tricky because you've got the super loose, I call it like moon dust. The dirt up here, it's so loose and it's so slippery. So you really have to be careful. So mix that in with this really loose, like scree. Some of these turns are really sketchy. Haven't needed to drop my foot yet. Kind of like power slide turn, but I have a feeling that might be coming. Man, I love riding with you guys. It's really fun to kind of narrate. Something that I always really admired about like Claudio when he's doing the course previews for World Cup races. Take a little break here so I can get some water. Rick McLaughlin and Chris Ball, who do the videos for the EWS. It's just super fun. It's almost like you're riding with them, you know? So hopefully you guys have the same experience. And like I said, I'm just gonna grab a little sip of water real quick and then we'll be going. So just left you guys off talking about how much fun it is to be narrating as I'm riding. And yeah, huge inspiration from Claudio. And if you haven't seen his course previews, you gotta go watch it. He's so funny. The other two, Rick McLaughlin and Chris Ball, who do the EWS, the Enduro World Series videos. Yeah, it's super fun. Like I said, it's like riding with your friends. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that I don't know those guys from a hole in the wall, but you watch enough videos, you do enough ride-alongs with them, it's kind of like you know them. And that's kind of why I'm doing this channel, is because people like that have inspired me. They've kind of given me that light at the end of the tunnel, because you know, I've been in some dark places in the last, you know, few months. So it's nice to have those friends that we can rely on and watch, hang out with when we're feeling lonely or whatever. So here's to you guys. Here's to Alex at Single Track Sampler, Seth from Seth's Bike Hacks, and Phil from Skills with Phil. For what it's worth, all of you guys have really inspired me. And hey, shout out to Jacksepticeye as well. He's a gamer, he's Irish, top of the morning to you, laddie. He's one of the first ones that really started showing me that, hey, YouTube is possible, man. You just gotta go for it, believe in yourself, and don't listen to the naysayers. So wherever you guys get your inspiration from, hopefully I can aid in some of that. Here's to it. So now back to biking. Yeah, this trail is so flowy, super manicured, tight trees, throw your bars around. You know, you throw your bars around, your bike will follow. Little kickers here and there if you want to hit them. High line out here. Woo! All right, what do we got here? Little piece of plywood or something. All right. Oh yeah, nice view. Huh? Really miss the trees, miss the mountains. I'm living down in San Diego right now, but it's serving a purpose. I live with some amazing friends, and you know, until COVID, I was working for Mesa Rim, which is, in my opinion, one of the best climbing gyms that I've been to. It's more of a family than a company. And you know, because of COVID, got laid off, but I'm not too worried about it. A, because it's kind of given me the inspiration to jumpstart this project, but also it's nothing personal. No one really knows what's going on right now with the coronavirus pandemic, so that's why I'm out here, guys. Get on your bike if you like to ride, go climb if you like to climb. Don't cut corners and rip your tire off on a route like I almost just did. All right, we are flowing again. Man, that just makes me think, like, dude, when they're racing EWS or something, and they have a flat tire, and they're just like, yep, I'm still going. Like, they gotta make it to that next stage. They don't want to get DQ'd, so. Okay, so some pretty slow chunk there. So it's hard to maintain speed, but maybe that was the rocky section that critic was talking about. Well, I'm having a blast right now, so for what it's worth, laddie. Always love when there's some shaded tree cover. Makes me feel alive. Nice bunny hop over that rock. Sometimes you'll see those rocks and the line around it is just so extraneous, so it's like, dude, just bunny hop over it. Even if you're not that good at bunny hopping, trust me, try it. At least, as long as you get your front wheel over, yes, you might hack, but you're on a full suspension bike, most likely, so it's gonna suck up some of it. I think I'm probably gonna stop for a second and check my phone, because I think we're getting kind of close to the bottom, and I don't want to be done already. I want to kind of savor this. What's up, guys? So I'm about halfway down with Mills Peak Trail right now. The upper section in the trees was super fun. Got a nice little, you know, smell of wildfire in the air. There's a fire somewhere nearby. We saw it yesterday up towards the peak. We were at the fire lookout when we were looking over towards the east, and we saw a huge plume of smoke. So hope everyone's safe over there. Let's go finish up this trail and go jump in a river. Here we go. The last 2/5 of Mills Peak Trail. Oh, I hate those chunky sections. See, spoke too soon. Maybe this is what that person was talking about. You're like, oh, it's super chunky and rocky. I hear you, dude. But think about how fun that top section was. Super sick. But yeah, some of this is a little brutal. Not really on the cardiovascular aspect. It's just kind of annoying. All right. Little pump track section through there. That was fun. So this little bench section of the trail is where Sierra Butte's trail stewardship really has all of us in the best interest, because that was awesome trail work. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, what is going on here? Claudio, what did you do to me? One of my favorite Claudio course previews. I think they were at the Hatfield bike park. He's coming through this like off camber turn section, and this cat runs through his line, but his response was so funny. And he's like, what is the cat doing here? Classic Claudio. What is the squirrel doing here? They live here, dude. Just like Mama Bear and Cub last night. They live here. So respect them. Respect their area. Doesn't mean you can't have fun, but like I said, just know where you are. Respect the wildlife and crack on. Don't be one of those people who, when you see a bear, you want to get up in its face and take a photo and a video. That's putting such a stress on that animal unnecessarily. Just be smart out there. Be respectful of nature. Because that's where we're riding, guys. I don't know if you take that for granted or not, but when we're mountain biking, we are in nature. So respect it. Nice little hop over those rocks. Sometimes you can kind of double them. Jump off the first, nose into the second, which makes it for a little bit of a smoother ride. I kind of get the vibe that we're coming close to the end here. It's been a super fun trail. Morning, guys. It's just myself.
Okay.
Thank you. I want to do a video at a later date, just talking about foot position. So I ride naturally left foot forward on my pedals. If you're riding for a long time, especially downhill, and you're not really pedaling that much, and your left foot is just staying in front of you, it's gonna wear you out, specifically your hamstring. So for me, so now I'm riding right foot forward just to get a little bit of a balance. I grew up riding BMX, and I put in, I can't even tell you how many hours on a bike with my left foot forward. So yes, when I'm riding right foot forward, it feels super weird, but you gotta practice, because remember, a lot of what we're talking about on this trail, on this channel, is taking care of your body. So balance is key. I'll go into more depth. I'll make a whole video about that. But especially if you're a newer rider, the more you practice now, the more natural the opposite foot will feel. You've got a little bit of a easier time of getting used to riding that other foot forward. Anyway, food for thought. This is so fun. I have not been this motivated to do something like this in such a long time. So glad you guys are riding with me. Super stoked to be out here teaching you guys about the human body, about bikes, about climbing on the other aspect of my channel. So here's to it. See you guys soon.